Hey YouTube, this is Cody with DIY Dad. Made some progress in the CK530 rebuild. Have some painting done. You can see some parts hanging here behind me. I did decide to do a couple accent pieces in red, mainly just pumps and valves. Still have a number of items yet to clean up there. It's quite a bit. Did get the head cover picked up, head and everything's underneath there. I got the body cleaned up pretty good. Probably going to start painting this week. This is going to be light gray. All the main body here is going to be light gray. Wheels are going to be yellow. So did make some good progress. Starting to tear down some of the stuff around the engine. This is the messiest part here. Grease, obviously grease and oil everywhere. It'll take me a little while to clean this up. Probably going to paint the fuel pump in place. I have a spray gun I've been using. I tried it tonight on the hood and whatnot. I think that I can get in here. I'll tape all this stuff off so that protect it. Probably going to take the cleaner and everything off, fuel filter, just to get this opened up a little bit. I don't think I want to mess around with potentially taking anything off of here. But I got to read my book. I did end up breaking down and getting the manual. So I think that's the New Holland one. Did break down and get a manual. Purchased it online at a place called Gen Sales. Pretty nice place. They do have a lot of items. So I'll clear out some junk here. So I did get a 188 engine. Comes with troubleshooting, all the book. Ordered the book or the PDF version online, downloaded it from Gen Sales. Then I did pay to have it printed and bound through Staples. So it turned out pretty good. Got that in a couple days. Considering doing it with the rest of the manual. I have the backhoe manual here that I printed off on my own printer. Purchased that online too. I believe that was also Gen Sales. But I think I am going to print that out in this nice bound just because it's nice. It did get wet. Just nice to have as I keep this backhoe around. I have not purchased a new head yet for it. I am going to build a remachine, or I'm going to buy a remachine one after consulting with a few people. Probably be easier just to buy the remachine one with the valves already seated versus having to go through the whole process of doing that. I'm going to bring in my cousin hopefully to help me reassemble. And I'm going to try to do that with the GoPro. We did get a cheap GoPro that I'm going to try to use during that process so you can see how everything goes back together. Hopefully my cousin won't mind. He's a diesel mechanic, very, very good diesel mechanic. I've been kind of just texting him back and forth when I encounter something I don't really understand. As I said, I'm not a mechanic. I'm just a farmer, just trying to make what I can do and make this backhoe into something better. I did the backhoe attachment was sitting out in the middle of the field. I did drag that up next to one of my barns today. Got it out of the mud because it was in a mud hole. So that was fun, but I did this morning when it froze. And I did get some main elements painted. Not sure how this is going to turn out. So I have the front frame for the grill, the hood, the gas tank, and the main instrument panel painted. It was the first time I used. I bought an air spray gun. I've never used an air spray gun before, so it does look a little rough. So I'm hoping I didn't put too much paint on. I guess we'll see what it looks like tomorrow. Worst case, I'll just sand and reapply paint with some thinner in it. I do have a few runs, so I'm not a painter by trade, but I think it'll be all right. It's just a backhoe. Did get some mesh out of one of my barns. I'm going to use that for the grill. Probably just going to paint that black. I was missing the grill when I bought it. And then we're just going to start piecing together what I can piece together. I'm going to start getting hoses around. I am going to buy some hoses. Probably going to be a long road with that. I'll probably buy a hose here and there because they are pretty expensive. Just the hoses on the tractor itself, I probably have a couple $100, if not more. I'm hoping I can reuse a few that look pretty new, but they're all pretty shot. the guy I bought it from, he kind of just found whatever hose fit, would had the right size fittings, and just put it on there. Some of them were a foot longer than what they needed to be, so then they would sag and catch on things, and some are damaged from rubbing, and so not a really great state in the hose department. But if I'm going to fix it, I'm going to fix it right and make it good. Hopefully I can get my money back if I do decide to sell this. So making progress slowly. If you're out there affected by the coronavirus, I just pray that you are good in good health. Make sure you're doing your part. This is my social distancing right here, staying in my garage, working on my backhoe. I've been splitting wood and things around my little farm. I have the kids out there with me, so we're just trying to stay away from people. We did have to go out today, and I did get some gas and some fuel, so I should be stocked up for a little while for the tractors if I need it. But just really trying to do my part and be away from people, keep an eye on the news, and then be safe. Really consider the people out there that are not in good health, that could be drastically affected just because you don't think it's going to impact you. They're the ones we need to worry about. So praying for health, praying for safety for all of us, and pray for our country. God bless America. God bless President Trump. You may or may not like him, but he is our president, and I think he's doing the best job that anybody can do in his situation. I can only imagine the stress that he's under from his the political parties and political people that are against him, and just this virus in general and the decisions that fall on his shoulders. So we need to pray for our president, whether you like him or not. Pray for this country to be stronger coming out of it, and we'll get through this because we are America, and this is the land of the free and the home of the brave. So believe in God to get us through, and it'll happen. All right, have a good one, YouTube.